Hey, it's day 45 of my journey towards writing my first fantasy novel, and these days are hard. I struggle with maintaining my writing routine. As you know, at the beginning of February, I gave myself the task of writing my first draft during the month of February, and in order to succeed, I would have to write about 3,000 words per day. And I cannot keep up. And it's not that I don't want to write. It's not inspiration or lack thereof. It mostly has to do with other tasks, other obligations, other commitments that are just requiring more time than I have if I want to write multiple hours per day. And it's frustrating because I know that it puts in jeopardy my project. My brain is wired in such a way that if I don't make enough progress, if there's no specific deadline that motivates me, then I might lose interest. And the more I wait, the harder is it to get back to writing. And I don't know how to solve it. So I've tried to wake up earlier, and I love it. I love writing early in the morning. But then even then, sometimes I'm just so tired of trying to cram in both this big writing project and my other commitments that I'm so exhausted that I'm sleeping in, and that I miss that window of opportunity for the writing. And then obviously I could choose to just take hours out of my workday to write, but then I know that that's just going to add up to the stress of this feeling that I'm falling behind on stuff. So what I've been kind of debating is what is required for this project to be a success, and I think it has to do with focus. Like one of my most successful times during the year is when I'm on a trip, like in October when I was traveling through Ireland and I was making a documentary about these Irish saints. And that what I loved about it is, first of all, it was a lot of fun to do because you're not in your normal environment. Secondly, it gave me a ton of inspiration for the book that I'm currently writing. I think that's where the story was born. And then thirdly, I didn't have to think about all my other obligations and commitments because I was away anyway for a month. So one of the things I'm considering for the book is to carve out maybe like an entire week where I cancel all my other commitments and I even go away. I just go and sit somewhere in a cottage in the middle of nowhere. I don't know, but I know that isolating myself from my other commitments is tremendously helpful. So that's something I want to try out. The thing is, I can't, not this month, because I've already made the commitment of doing a parish course on Celtic saints. And those sessions they're 4 sessions. Every Monday evening, I'm supposed to do that. And then, of course, I've got my other commitments as a TV presenter and the podcast that I have to make. And it's just, I think I may have to do that for the month of March and just do like an emergency intervention where I give myself permission to completely block out a week and do maybe even more than 5,000 words a day. But otherwise, what doesn't work is trying to do little bits and pieces scattered throughout the rest of the available time. This writing process, especially in this phase where I'm still trying to figure out the story, is so intense and requires so much focus that I don't want anything else on my mind. And commitments are like little blinking lights in the back of my mind, and they're distracting. Even if none of them are urgent, but it's still like, can't fully focus on my story. And I'm very tempted to always react to the triggers that these other commitments give me. And I know that I love writing and I want this book to succeed, or this project to succeed. So I need to make this work. If you have any advice, if you've struggled with stuff like this, if you've been trying to write, I'd love some feedback on this. But this is just an aspect of the whole process that I did not see coming. And oh man, it's hard. It's probably just because I love writing so much that all the rest of my commitments feel boring and frustrating in comparison with this big writing project. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll check back in later.